and welcome to this short video explaining why weightlifting would be a perfect sport or activity to help you improve your health span as you get older. My name is James Marshall. I'm the head coach of Excelsior Athletic Development Club based in Willand in Devon. I'm a master's weightlifter. Been lifting for over 20 years, weightlifting and doing resistance training since I was about 15 years old. So, why do we need to do weightlifting? Well, people get weaker with age. There's no great news there, but the shopping doesn't get any lighter. So we still have to perform our tasks of everyday activities, shopping, lifting up grandchildren, gardening, housework, things like that. And although you're getting weaker, the activities stay the same. So why do we get weaker? Well, one of the reasons is there's a muscle mass decline with age. So from 24 to 50, you lose about 10% of your muscle mass. From 50 to 80, you lose a 30%. So the increase is quite rapid after the age of 50. So post 50, you're losing more per year. And you think, well, what's the problem with that? Well, although your weight may stay the same, so say, for example, you weigh 60 kilos as a woman or a man, it doesn't matter which, really, you could keep that same weight, but more and more of your body is becoming fat rather than muscle. And with that, that means you become weaker and also your metabolism slows down. So muscle requires more energy to keep itself going, whereas fat is basically a static um, thing around your body, like a suit around your body, which doesn't require it. So without performance, the most important thing before we do talk about performance is health. So everyone thinks about, or a lot of people tell you that you need to run for health. Couch to 5K and park runs and things like that. But running is good, and there are obviously health benefits. But also resistance training, that's lifting weights, has many health benefits too. So for your cardio metabolic health, your anthropometric, so we talk about body composition. I just mentioned it then. So your fat composition can go down. Your metabolism is a lot more stable, so your blood sugar doesn't fluctuate as much if you train regularly. The chronic inflammation you might have as age goes decreases. Your liver function improves, and your physical function improves, i.e., you could do more things. It's also good for controlling type 2 diabetes because of your blood sugar control and reduces your insulin sensitivity. And then overweight, obese, your overall weight will be kept under control as well. Although I talked about body composition, I said the 60 kilo um, person, you don't want to increase a kilo a year. So, a decade on, you weigh 70 kilos, and then you're in trouble. It's hard to come back from that. So resistance training can improve all these health markers if you do it regularly as well. You don't just have to run. I'm not putting down running, okay? But if you feel it's not right for you, or you struggle with it, or it's not the right thing you want to do, then there are other ways. And resistance training is a great way of staying healthy. So if you're a competitive athlete, like what we call a masters athlete, and in weightlifting that's over 35 years old, there is a decline, and the decline is a linear one, quite correlated with your age. It go down in a linear fashion up until 70, and then there's like a precipice, and it goes down quite rapidly. In women, the decline, although its decline is linear, it's a sharper line down. It's more accelerated due to hormonal changes within the women. So those of you who've gone through menopause or perimenopause will understand what we're talking about there. So that declines. So their muscle mass decreases far at a faster rate than men does as well. Okay. However, that's the bad news. The good news is if you do the correct training, all of these performance or measurements or parameters can improve. Your strength, obviously, if you're doing strength training, okay, that can improve. And this can happen at any age. So while if you take up resistance training at, say, 70 years old, you won't be able to get as strong as a healthy and active 20-year-old. You can get better. And that's all we're looking at. It's never too late. You can get better. So you can get stronger. Your explosive jump can improve with the correct training, i.e., how high can you jump off the floor? You may not think that's necessary, but it helps when you're in performance. It is for sprinting and lifting. Your rate of force development, the speed at which you can get up to force quicker, can improve with the right training. If you're a sprinter, your stride length with resistance training increases. And as speed can be a measurement of stride frequency, how quickly you're doing things, and how long your stride is. You can improve your speed by improving your stride length. Okay, and resistance training helps that. And then your overall sprint performance improves as well in short distance races. So 60 meters, 100 meters, up to 200 meters. Okay, all of this is improved through the correct resistance training. Weightlifting is one of those things. So if you're a master's weightlifter, obviously we want to do this. But if you're a master sprinter or a throws athlete, then you want to improve this as well. So you're thinking, why weightlifting? So this is a picture of one of our weightlifters, Sarah. She's over 40 years old. She didn't start till she was later in life. Okay. So weightlifting, you're lifting weights above your head. So you'll get stronger, you'll get more explosive, and you will increase muscle mass. Now, that doesn't mean overall muscle mass. Remember we talked about it's just your composition changing. So although if you're 60 kilos, it might not be as lean and much of that as muscles when you were 20 years ago. Okay, so you want to try and change the body. You can't change fat into muscle, but you can reduce your fat and increase your muscle without changing your overall size. Okay, so you can improve that. And muscle mass, as we saw earlier in one of the slides, is important to help you carry on doing daily tasks. And we're not trying to increase it beyond a certain level. We're just trying to arrest the decline. And sprinting. Okay, so this improves your stride length and speed, obviously. Who knew that sprinting more makes you get faster? Okay, but these are master athletes competing in sprinting as well. Okay, compare that to the average population. Okay, and also uh, low level running or jogging, as most people do. It's too slow to call a run, it's jogging. Although it has health benefits, it does not increase your speed. Okay, so in order to run faster, you have to run faster. But strength training can help you run faster. Okay. And the best overall to improve your performance as a master athlete is to combine these things. Okay. If you do strength training, if you do weightlifting, and you do a high intensity sprints, then you can increase your overall health span. Okay. Your cardio metabolic markers are greater, your body compositions are greater, is better. Um, you're more explosive, you can jump higher, you're more powerful, and you can run faster. So the best thing is a combination. Where do you start, you might ask? Well, go to your local weightlifting club, go to someone who's a qualified coach, go to a sprint club, start easily and then build up. But in my advice would be to do quality work, rest, repeat. Quality work, rest, repeat. Don't do a load of garbage jogging or just lifting on machines or something like that. Just do quality movements, increase the load, repeat. That's the method. Thanks for listening and good luck with your master's journey. Stay healthy.